Hi everybody, I'm sitting outside enjoying this beautiful weather before it changes, and it is supposed to starting probably tomorrow evening. But right now it's delightful, it's beautiful, it's sunny, it's in the mid 70s. It is just delightful and I'm really enjoying it. If this is your first visit to Writer Groupie, I just want to say hello and thank you for stopping by. If you're a return visitor, I want to say thank you also. And I'd like to tell all of you that if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. It really does help me. And I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers so that I can get the URL to say Writer Groupie. That's kind of important when people are searching for it. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. So today I thought I would talk about some tips for beginning writers. People who really just start from the rank beginnings. They don't have a clue what to do. How to even get started. And just a little bit of encouragement to get them along the way. So I think the first place that I would start, if I was starting out fresh and brand new today, would be going to my social media accounts and doing a little bit of research. A little bit of due diligence when you're trying to research a subject will carry you a long way. There's so many YouTube videos out there, really, really good ones by really, really good, talented authors about how to get started writing your book. And if you haven't gone out there and done that yet, that to me is where a rank beginner should begin. Now, aside from that, as that is really just the very beginning of the beginning, I would say to pull out a notebook and a writing utensil, a pen, a marker, a pencil, whatever your favorite writing utensil is, and jot down some notes. Maybe a character sketch. Maybe you just want to write down this character that's plaguing you when you're taking a shower. They keep showing up in your thoughts and in your mind, and you just can't seem to shake them out of there. Write it down. And also, write down any dreams that you have. And do this as soon as possible, because if you forget it, it'll be gone forever. Trust me on this. I've forgotten more ideas than I've remembered for books. But write it down. Write down the character that you're thinking about. Write down the town that they live in. Write down the simplest of plots if you don't have anything really pulled together yet. Promise you, if you get started writing about it, things will come. My little dog is out here visiting me. She likes to sit in the sun with me. She's my little companion when I'm writing, too. She's usually curled up around my feet. So another good idea for a beginning author, aside from doing your due diligence and writing down ideas in a notebook, would be open your Word document and just start typing. Sometimes we start out crazily. It might just be a scene that just keeps playing over and over in your mind, and you just cannot imagine, how it's going to end, and you just want to write about it. And that is perfectly fine. That is how most writers begin. Go ahead and start. Pull out that Word document, type. Put down whatever you're seeing, whatever you're hearing, whatever the character is telling you. Just get started. Because to me, that is the toughest place. That is the toughest place for a beginner to begin, is at the beginning. Another word of advice to beginning authors would be, once you get something on the page, once you get it in your notebook and once you get it in your Word document, don't be in a hurry to edit it. Just let it sit, let it gel. Think about it, mull it over. Go back the next day and add to it. It's okay to reread what you've written, but don't do any edits to it. You need to get all the way through from beginning word to the end before you start editing. I think this is where a lot of authors lose their faith in what they're doing, because they reread it and they think, oh, that's just terrible. But you know what? You can't edit a blank page. You've got to get something down, even if it's terrible. And I know an awful lot of writers are just now coming out of NaNoWriMo, and you're probably thinking that your work is terrible anyway, but I'm here to tell you that it's not. It's just a first draft. All first drafts are terrible. I think the next tip that would be helpful would be to be sure and go to a critique group. Find some people that's not related to you. It's not your mother, and it's not your siblings, and it's not your best friend. Find some people to read it and give you some real valid feedback. Feedback is fabulous, and you need that in the beginning stages of your writing career. Your writing's not going to be golden straight out of your fingertips, no matter what you think. But you need some good, solid eyes on it to tell you what's wrong with it, because a lot of times we just can't see the forest for the trees. And speaking of forests and trees, let me see, can I turn this thing around? Fall colors in Florida, y'all. Sorry for the aside. Anyway, yeah, get some friends and some other writers to look at it and give you some valid critique on it. And then finally, the thing that a beginning writer loves to hear is after you've had it critiqued and people have looked at it and they've said, yep, this is a really clean copy, now you can go back and edit it. Now you can go back and you can look at it as a whole, and you can know where it begins and where the middle is and where all the points are in the plot and how it's going to end. You know it all, and you can be a little bit more critical. But first, set it in a drawer. Set it on your desk, on the side of your desk. Set it in a folder. Set it on a shelf. Put it away. Give it a rest for at least a month. Just set it aside. Go on and find something else to do. Even if it's picking up crochet or taking tennis lessons, something that doesn't have anything to do with writing, just let it rest. And then at the end of that period, then you can go back and you can look at it with new eyes, and you can actually edit it and turn it into the story that you really wanted to tell. And that's it for me, you guys. It's been lovely sitting out here talking to you today. I've really enjoyed it. If this has been helpful to you, please, please, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because I need you as a subscriber. Until next time, y'all be sweet.